Hey you! You guys are here early.
Indeed. Were you guys excited to ship homes today?
You could say that.
Hi everyone! I'm here in time for once! And just like that, the literature club meets up with each other once again. So, are we going to take turns sharing poems with each other, or... Did you have anything else in mind? Not real...
Yes, present! Let's present them out loud!
Out loud? I was not informed we'd be presenting them. May I request some preparation time?
Hey, don't act like you didn't present your poem perfectly last time. You were like, "Oh, Tolio, could you happen to hand me my tea, darling?"
I most certainly did not talk like that. Especially not with that terrible British accent. I haven't done a British accent forever.
Oh, tally-ho, would you happen to hand... Oh, tally-ho, would you happen to hand me my tea, darling?
I don't know if that was even British. I haven't done one in forever. And, well, Monica wasn't there last time, so I just want to be.
It's okay, Yuri. That's why I suggested it. I wanted for us to experience a sort of mini-festival.
That's a wonderful idea, Sayuri. We can all take turns reading our poems out loud. Aloud. It'll be our own poem jam. And you can have all the prep time you need, Yuri.
Exactly.
I guess that sounds alright. It could be a nice change of pace to present them like this.
That's the spirit, Yuri. Now, who's going to go first?
I guess I can go first.
Woohoo! That's the spirit, Erica! You got this!
I guess I can try. Just don't make fun of me if it sounds bad. Ocean to my back and pull out my poem. I give it a quick read over before closing my eyes and taking in a deep breath. Phew, you'll be fine. Sayuri's taught you a lot over these last few weeks. You got this. I walk over to the elevated platform in the front of the room and clear my throat. My dumb poem. Great. Adventure in the dark, alone I fly, embrace the broken beauty where hope lies. Blissful daydreams dazzle with joyous cries, charm the clumsy heart with color awry. Happiness blooms like an extraordinary bed, whispers of awe and cheer my spirit fed. Flying on wings of fireflies, fearless delight, friends and family, fireworks ignite. In the comfort of embrace, forgiveness, flowers, hopeless hurt, find solace in the darkest hours. Grief and defeat, an amazing dance. Death's cries is swallowed, hope's heart enchants. Empty of fear, an extraordinary grace, childhood memories, an awesome embrace. Calm the heart, find comfort in tears shed. For in the broken joy rises instead. For in the broken, joy rises instead. They tried really hard to cram all the Sayuri words in there. I have tried to also write words with from the girls. Poems. I've tried writing poems with the words that the girls like. But usually that just means I'll write them longer because I can just I feel like this is a bit very bloated, but you know what? It works. It's not bad, it's just very noticeable the way that the Sayuri words were made sure to be there. With a few other things like whispers, but I don't know if that was intentionally because we went the Natsuki route before, or if that was just we DMC in this game. It works. as I sigh as I let the last words escape my lips. That really just died for a moment. I'm a bit surprised to hear pretty nice applause though, especially from Sayori, who was clapping the loudest. Thanks, guys. I'm sure there was still a whole lot of nonsense, but I tried this time. It really shows. I liked it a lot. I agree. It's nice to hear a poem from you that was actually written by you. I've noticed your writing style is very free verse and loose. It was hard to decipher meaning behind it, but I still enjoyed your poem. You've really improved since the day we met. Hard for me to say anything that these girls haven't already said, but it's only because your improvement is quite staggering. I remember how one-sided your writing used to be, but you definitely seem to be getting the hang of it. Wow. I'm not really sure what to say, guys. Other than thank you. I will definitely keep trying to improve, though. Sarah's a wonderful teacher. Aww. You're my favorite pupil. Sarah walks over and tries to pat my head. Alright, I'm good. I feel my face turn a bit red as I try to avoid Sayori's strangely pleasurable escapades. Anyway, who's next? I can go next. Hearing you perform your poem out loud made me a bit less shy. Glad to hear that. You and I switch places on the platform. She takes a deep breath, moves her poem in front of her, and begins to read. Dusty novels. She was a closed book, hidden at the back of a forgotten shelf, gathering dust, neglected, untouched, unread, her pages longing for someone's care. Then a soul appeared, kind and gentle, with curiosity in their eyes. They reached out, plucking her from obscurity, determined to explore the obscure words within. But the writing was smudged, her story distorted, difficult to decipher. Undeterred, the soul persisted, reading every day, seeking understanding. Some pages were torn away by time, others missing, gaps in her narrative, yet the soul remained undaunted, immersed in the incomplete tale she had to offer. The kind soul read on, unfazed by imperfections and flaws. They embraced the fragmented pieces, finding solace in the hidden truths they revealed. And so, the closed book opened up, its once forgotten words breathed to life. Through the patient reading, a connection formed, a sanctuary of acceptance, a refugee for her soul. Thanks to the kind soul's unwavering dedication, the closed book found its place in the world, transformed by the understanding and compassion, embraced for its entirely and its untold story unveiled. I want to read it a bit differently, but I couldn't really put a lot of effort in right now, sorry. Interesting. I mean, it's clear what it's about. I'm just looking at the structure more. Kind soul comes. Yeah, so the soul appears in... Outside of the first paragraph, the soul appears in every paragraph once. Okay, anyway, sorry. Yuri sighs and smiles, looking satisfied and more relaxed. Whoa, I love that! Great poem, Yuri! Thank you.
No need to be shy about it, Yuri. Take the compliment. I like that poem too. You should be proud of yourself more.
I don't want to come across as pretentious.
Nonsense! There's no such thing as being too pretentious. Or maybe, okay, maybe there is. But the point is there's no way you can be pretentious. Being modest about your works means you acknowledge your limits. Not everyone is perfect after all.
That's right. It's important to have a balance between self-examination and self-belief. It's what allows you to bring out your best work. I loved your poem too, Yuri. I love how it could mean so many different things and refer to so many different kinds of people.
Well, now I know how Monica feels, I can't really say anything that hasn't already been said.
I quickly get the flashback to the day I found Yuri in the bathroom.
You're doing great, Yuri. That's all I can say.
Yuri gently rubs her left arm. Phew. I'm glad everyone liked it. I really dove in deep for this one. And thank you for all the kind words of encouragement. It's nice to hear that. May I go next? I'm a bit excited to go up now.
Oh, I was gonna go. Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, you can get ahead of you.
Nah, I want to make it a friendly competition. Let's go.
Natsuki places a fist over her hand and is ready to go. I guess Natsuki wants to feel like she earned this. Well, right then. Rock,
paper, scissors.
Natsuki chose scissors. Monica chose paper. Darn!
Yes, me next.
Natsuki happily walks up to the platform and clears her throat.
Sorry, but that title was... Inky ink. Through ink-stained pages, I found fear, feelings of dread, doubt, anger, all because of this inky ink in my hands. Through ink-stained pages, I found escape. Dreams unfold, characters thrive, worlds of magic and wonder come alive. And thanks to the inky ink, all thanks to the inky ink in my hands. Someone knocks at the door. I brace myself for whatever could come next, but a voice calls out from the other side, so kind and gentle. I hide away in my nightmares. I clean my secrets, and I get ready to open the door. Through ink-stained pages, I found solace, acceptance, warmth, my heart feeling free, no longer lost, a breath of fresh air, thanks to the inky ink in my hands. Through ink-stained pages, I found courage, feelings of hope, confidence, and happiness. My heart soars to the great blue sky, thanks to the inky ink in my hands.
I tried to see if like this paragraph has 3, this verse has 3, and this has 3. That's because they're both like the most negative. But I mean, well, this is not as negative as like what you could deem negative, or like about fear. It still has like a bit of fear in there, so I don't know why these 3. I mean, maybe there's no extreme reason for the structure.
Phew, Mine was pounding the whole time. But what did you guys think? It was great too. Definitely one of your strongest poems yet.
I agree. I'm glad you've been using the methods I showed you. Not to discredit your own work or anything. You did good on your own, and I was just excited to...
Hey, it's okay. I appreciate the help. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you actually said that, I probably wouldn't have liked that. But I know what you mean.
I see. Glad to see you two have worked out your differences. It's clear that the both of you do write differently, but that's okay. And being able to learn of each other is even better. I like your poem too, Natsuki. Compared to your very first poem, poems, like your Eagles Can Fly poem, you seem to have a much more loose and expressive style nowadays.
Honestly, I really like the Eagles Can Fly poem still.
I can definitely tell you're taking this very seriously and are determined to keep on improving, which I think is great.
Thanks, Monica. I didn't expect you to bring up one of my first poems. But I guess it does prove how much I've improved, doesn't it? I don't know, I haven't looked at the structure of this poem enough to, like, there were like clear things, but like, I still really loved the structure in Eagles Can Fly, so I honestly don't think it's necessarily an improvement. It's not a downgrade, I'd say. But I must say, Eagles Can Fly still holds a special place in my heart. Like, my friend really explained it to me. Like, when I play with my friends, like, one of my friends, like, explained very carefully to me. This is what it means. This is all that went into it. And there was, like, so much that actually could have been seen as, something that went into it. Even though it was just so few lines. And that's why I still hold Eagles Can Fly dear to my heart and think it's actually one of the best poems in the game, to be honest. I don't, like... My friends explained all of the poems with their structure. My friends. Two of my friends. Who were, like, really, really passionate about poetry. And, like, they explained all of the poems very well, but, like... I feel like the difference with Eagles Can Fly is I didn't notice it at all at first. With the others, there were specific things I could pick up on already, but for Eagles Can Fly, there was like so much that I didn't notice at the beginning. And it's so few lines, and so I feel like that's why it has like such a special place in my heart. Next to Amy likes spiders.
Exactly! It can be difficult to go back on your older work sometimes. It can feel a bit embarrassing to see how bad we used to write or draw to have a skill you practice.
Natsuki's poem was perfectly good.
But it also serves as proof that you have actually improved.
I agree. I saw most of your poems back when I first joined, and yeah, the improvements are definitely showing. And they aren't as, like Monica said, one-sided this time. I think I can agree with that. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'll try even harder for next time. Although I must say, generally, not just going structure-wise, I do think Because You and the beach poem are my favorites from Natsuki. Although I must say, I genuinely feel like I really enjoy Natsuki's poems a lot more than I, for example, like Sayori's or Monica's poems. I also feel like, I feel like what's Okay, I think what it is that I like all of Natsuki's poems. Like, if we made like a tier list, they would all be in like, for example, I'd have 6 tiers, and Natsuki's poems would all be in the top 2. And when it comes to like, why would I have 6? I would probably have like 4. And with the other 3 girls, like Yuri, Monica, and Sayori, it would have been a bit more spread out. How I rate the poems. At least if we also include the poems of the side stories. Because with Sayori there's also, I feel like, it's definitely still more spread out than Natsuki, but that's... But like, it's still very high up there. With Sayori being the only problem, she only has like 3 canon poems in the main game.
Sayuri, would you like to go next?
No, you can go first, Monica. I'm a little shy.
Oh? Well, okay then, I understand. I don't mind going then. Monica takes the stage and holds her poem gently. Before she speaks, she twitches a little when taking a deep breath. Oh, Monica. Ooh. I really like the structuring of this poem. Nightingales. My jet black quill chirps on the blanket of snow. Raises its beak, parched, finding the electrochemical draught on my desk. Here I sit, singing the sweet serenade of the mind's soft chords, strumming and twanging, and echoing cacophony of reality and unreality. A hail of electrons dance around my brain, more than moods of logic and bits. All my perceptions throughout time, reality intertwined. None can be separated from the mind, a sensation removed by a delete key. With these nesting birds, tin nightingales, live so cheerily if they knew. Our world makes evanescence but a flash, unmistakably mutable, an irrelevant relativity of a fake smile landing on my flushed cheek. 'Neath the drift lay a mausoleum, marred by bits and pieces of torn pages, lost drafts, lost dreams, saved and loaded, yet undeserving of such reciprocity. Here I lay, things long forgotten, are once more uncovered, betwixt snow angels above and relevance below. Betwixt snow angels above and relevance below. The beauty and guilt of sleeping upon untrammeled snow. Yeah, I feel like I do have to ask my friends about, like, I plan on playing the mod anyway with them. And I feel like I will have to ask more about the structure here. I have a bit of an idea, but I don't want to say it exactly. It's just here it's still fairly calm, and here it spirals more into the stressful feelings. Well, here it's more like explaining wise. But I still want to ask them about it. Monica shivers as she finishes up her poem. Bravo! Bravo! Sarah tries to whistle with her fingers but fails spectacularly. I also can't whistle. Like, at all. Neither of my fingers know it. Stop it, Sayori! You're spitting everywhere!
Oh, sorry.
I loved your poem, Monica. It's already one of my favorites. I can almost understand the deeper meaning behind it. Thanks, Yuri. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, that was great. I have always loved the imagery in your poems. It makes me wonder what it's truly about, too. Thanks for sharing another part of your story with us, Monica. It's nice to hear about it through a poem.
Sayori says this with such sincerity that it almost seems like Sayori knew exactly what the poem meant. And she surprised me before, so there's a possibility that she does. Yeah, it was a really nice poem. I think a free verse style poem is something that I should start striving for. Seems like that would suit me. Thanks for the kind words, everyone. It was tough writing this poem, but I managed to pull through thanks to Yuri. And I think it all worked out.
May I ask what you meant by tin nightingales?
I'm not sure how to explain it, to be completely honest. I guess I can describe it as a feeling of drifting in between reality and non-existence. Which probably sounds super dark, but that's what I'm referring to. I'm excited to go with it to meet with my friends again because I kind of don't want to sit around here too long trying to figure it out. Whereas with my friends, I know with some poems we sat for like half an hour, so that should be easy. Anyway, isn't it your turn now, Sayuri?
Oh, right! I'm a little nervous about this one.
It's okay, Sayuri. Once you start reading it out loud, you'll get into it. That's how it went for me. Yeah, just pretend that it's just you and your words, nobody else. You got this, Sayuri! Just focus on your poem. Let yourself get immersed in it. After just a few seconds, it'll feel like there's nobody here. There.
Right.
Sayuri trades places with Monica and steps up on the platform. Observes as she closes her eyes, takes in a deep breath, and begins to recite her poem. Sorry, I was just looking at the structure real quick. From what I can tell, it might be like a mixture of bottles and become the flower. That's what I was looking for.
Fog. In morning's light, my facade unfolds, masking hidden tears that don't need to be masked anymore. Doubt clouds my mind like a fog that never leaves. It masks morning light, revealing everything to the world. Staring, staring, staring. They all keep staring at me, at my burdens, at my soul. Shadows now cast over bonds, my fragile secrets unveiled to trusted hearts. So why does it hurt so bad? Warm embraces, branded with concern, whispers of worry echoing in the room. Each glance a reminder of the darkness in my head, their knowledge heavy on my soul. Visible, invisible weight I can no longer carry on my own. It hurts real bad. I long to be seen beyond my darkness, my fog, within morning's light. But anxieties and fears roll in, thundering, booming, pouring down on me like they always have. So I still from my facade, hiding the depths of my heart, the caring eyes never ceasing, coupled with comfort and fear. But I want to be free. The fog persists, the storms of anxiety and fear persist, the staring persists, but my friend's love shines through. Like a rainbow in a dark, stormy sky, guiding me through, walking together, hand in hand, through the dark and the light. My facade still remains within morning's light, but I find strength in their presence, acting as a beacon from within the fog, my fog. Has again a bitter sweetness to it. The clubroom is now dead silent. Monica and I share a concerned glance. Sayuri's tone of voice really began to crumble while she was reading. His breathing is very fast yet heavy. Hey, Sayuri quickly dashes out of the room. Oh no. I should go check on her. I stop Monica by lightly grabbing her arm. That's probably not the best idea. She needs her space. It's best we let her have it. Alright. Should be okay. I trust her.
I just think she really has trouble expressing her deepest feelings to us. I felt some of Sayori's pain. Through her writing, through her words. You're right, Aragon. I'm only going off of what I've learned. But yeah, it's something she's really struggled with. I do feel bad though. She's excited to share her poem today. Are you sure she'd be fine on her own? I'm wondering the same thing. Shouldn't one of us go out to check up on her? I'm just going with my gut here. She's been uncomfortable letting us see the side of her. Even if it was just a poem, it's way more than she's used to showing. Yeah, he's right. When Sayori and I first met, Monika pauses for a moment. She told me about her depression, and it wasn't by choice. Wait, really? So I wasn't the first one to know. I guess I forgot the position I was in. I was the friend that decided to stop hanging out with her. Monika's the friend that she got to know and got closest to. I shouldn't be surprised, honestly. So, what do you mean by it wasn't by choice? I read a poem I wasn't supposed to read on accident. Hold on, slow down! How do you get depression from a poem? Well, it was pretty obvious something was going on. I can read poems pretty well too, you know? Alright then, that's fair. Monika sighs and looks off to the side. Sayori and I were best friends. Inseparable. She allowed me to make this club what it is. She pushed through all the hard times. All I did was keep worrying about myself. My own problems. No one stopping and thinking about Sayori's. She always held her head high. And even on the days that she wouldn't, she told me not to worry. And then I had so much going on. To the point where I thought I was the only one that mattered. Nobody else. I cut the club meetings short, cancelled them left and right, pushing everyone away. Except Sayori. We did have a lot of good times together, even though there weren't many of them. She always had the club at the top of her priority list, and I guess I came in close second. I wish I could have done things differently. Do you maybe think you can talk to her? I know what I said, but maybe she'd feel more comfortable if you went out there. No, I can't do that. Not as the kind of friend I've been to her. Oh, come on! What could you have possibly done that would make Sayori not want to talk to you? I'd like to keep that between me and Sayori if that's alright. Just know I'm fairly sure she wouldn't want to see me right now. If I may, I don't see any harm in just asking if she's alright. You don't have to stay, but I'm sure she'd still appreciate if you asked. Monika stays silent. I think it's a great idea. Well, if Monika won't go, I guess I'll go. I can't really see how that could be bad either. Deep down, I do feel like all she needed was just a bit of time for herself. But then again, you're at a point. Communication is key after all. Could ask her if she wants to be alone. I take a deep breath and head out of the club room. So I walk outside, I see Sayori a lot closer than I thought she would be. She's sitting on a bench right next to the door, staring off into the distance. Hey Sayori. I'm guessing you heard all of that. You okay? Sorry if whatever I said earlier was dumb. I just figured you might want some You were right, actually. Thank you for that. Monika didn't want to come talk to me. Yeah, I don't think she feels comfortable. Yeah, I kind of guess. You went wrong, though. What do you mean? I wanted to be left alone for a little bit. So thank you for not letting her see me like this. Right. I guess I should head back too. As I take a step forward, Sayori grabs onto my blazer. Huh? Did you like it? Like what? The poem? My poem, silly. Oh, I thought it was lovely. It was really tough to do that. It was hard enough to show my true feelings to you. I didn't think it would have been so overwhelming. I was able to talk about some of it last week at our group talk,
So what happened this time?
Well, maybe because our poems were about the deepest parts of ourselves. Parts that we might not be comfortable with showing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Could you tell Monica to come outside?
Oh, yeah, of course. Are you sure? She only nods in response. Alright, give me 1 second. Hey, Monica? Sayori asked for you.
She did?
Sounds like you two need a lot of catching up to do. So,
Okay.
I slid the door closed and tried to calm my nerves down. So sitting on a bench not too far from us. Did she have everything we said earlier? Hey, Sayori.
Monica! You actually came.
Why wouldn't I have?
Well, I heard you earlier. You said I didn't think you wanna... You said you didn't think I'd wanna see you.
Well, that's because Harrigan stopped me from going out. I was going to...
He wasn't wrong to do that. I'm sorry. I'm being so confusing and annoying right now.
It's hard. I know it's hard to show this part of yourself to us. Just to remember, when the literature club was starting out, you never wanted me to find out. It was purely accidental. I made a mistake. I'm unsure of what you really want or need because I never took the time to ask you. I never took the time to try and understand you. I was too focused on my own goals. And I've realized that I messed up.
Monica.
I'm a horrible friend. And that's not even considering everything I said to you. That's why I had my doubts. That's why I assumed you didn't want to see me. Because it feels like you should hate me.
Hate you? I could never hate you.
Sorry. I shouldn't let my own insecurities take priority here. But I do want to say this. We can work together on this.
Huh? What do you mean?
Remember our group talk last week? I saw how challenging that was for you. But I understand the feeling of not wanting to open yourself up to others like that, even around people you trust. Even I struggle with that. So understand how you're feeling. I begin to feel a bit like a hypocrite. I realize that I haven't been open with Sayori, or anybody for that matter.
But I can't let you see me like this. My true self.
I understand that. Believe me, I do. But you can't keep maintaining that facade anymore. I can tell how exhausting it is for you. Last weekend, when you vented your feelings to me, I was secretly proud of you. And honestly, a bit jealous. Because the amount of strength that must have took. Gosh. You're incredibly brave to do that. I'm not downplaying your feelings, nor am I saying you should feel afraid for letting your true colors show. It's not supposed to be easy. You're doing a great job. And I'd even say you're my role model.
Your role model? But how?
That's easy. Your perseverance is staggering. You're always putting other people's well-being first. Always making sure they're happy. Because it makes you happy. Am I right?
But if I show my deepest feelings to my friends, that happiness goes away.
Of course it does, Sayori. We're here. I choke up on my words mid-sentence. We're human after all. We care about you. Deeply. We get sad for each other because we care about each other.
But that's the whole problem. I can't have anybody worrying so much about me if it just makes everyone sad. You told me that yourself. Messing up the festival. Ruining everyone's happiness for my dumb selfish problems.
I know what I said. I knew it was wrong to say too. You didn't need to hear that at that time. Nor ever.
But that's not your fault.
It is my fault. Me being a horrible friend has nothing to do with you, Sayori. I can promise you that. What I can assure you is, yeah, we may be sad. We may get worried. But that's only because we care so much about you. And it only makes us want to what's best for you.
I don't know if I'm ready to accept that.
And that's okay. You don't have to. Accept it when you're ready. We aren't going anywhere. We're your friends. But do you think you can do something for me?
What?
I want you to take some of that happiness that you normally give to others and give some to yourself. Just a little bit. It doesn't have to be too much. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah, I think so.
That's wonderful to hear, Sayori. Hey, what was it you said when I went over to your place a while ago? Something about hug energy?
That's silly, Monica.
How can it be silly if it's true?
Maybe you're right. Wait, you like some right now?
That would be nice, yes. Sarah slowly walks up to me and wraps her arms around me tightly. And just like before, I can feel her again. I sigh softly and end up cracking a smile. After a few more seconds, we let go of each other. Do you want to head back into the club with me? Sharon shakes her head in response.
I'm going to the bathroom to freshen myself up. I don't want to be seen like this. Just tell her I'm going to wait up for me, okay?
Of course, Sayori. If you need anything, you have my number.
Thanks, Monica. I'm sorry again for being such a dummy.
Don't say that about yourself. You're great. I'm proud of you. Sayori nods and looks down at the floor. I give a friendly smile before returning to the club. So, that's how that went down. I finished telling Natsuki and Yuri about the day Sayori confessed to me. Reliving that moment was a lot more painful than I thought. But I figured it could help me understand where I went wrong and maybe what I could do to learn from those mistakes. Sayori has wanted nothing more than for things to go back to the way they used to be. But she's not dumb. I know that she knows how difficult that actually is. It's really hard to escape it. But she shouldn't be defined by what happened.
I agree. Sayori's still Sayori, regardless of what happened.
I know. I have to try my best to learn that. Because she doesn't fully believe that herself. Hey guys, Sarah's alright. Her going to ask me to tell you to stay behind a bit longer for her. Of course, in the room or... Yeah, I'm sure she'll be back in once she's comfortable. But the club meeting's technically over now. She seemed like she wanted to be left alone with you. Alright, that's fair. I'll stick around then. You're all heading out then? Seems so. I guess I'll see you all tomorrow. I hope things turn out well for you, Aragon.
Same here. Same here.
Bye, guys. Thanks for hearing me out. You and Natsuki leave the room together. So, you heading out too? I'm not sure. I'm debating on staying or not. I probably shouldn't get in the way though. I probably mess things up again. Again? I don't really recall you messing anything up in the first place. Of course, I don't know the full details, but I'm sure you two could work things out. You guys catching up says a lot. I don't know how deep this whole situation goes. It's weird being in the know while also being left in the dark at the same time. Right. Well, you can stay if you'd like. But you're the one that mentioned she'd probably want to be alone with me. You're absolutely right. I'd just be getting in the way. I'll let you to have your own personal time. I'll see you tomorrow. Tell Sayori I said I'm just a phone call away if she needs me. Of course. Have a safe trip home. And just like that, I'm now alone in the silent club room. It's kind of spooky in here, being all by myself. And it's making thoughts ring louder in my head than they ever have before. Yuri's words. Sayori shouldn't be defined by what happened. It's so obvious, and yet it's really resonating with me. I guess I do have to figure out how to start believing that. I'm not sure if I even believe it in myself. While I wait for Sayori, I sit myself down at a desk and mess around on my phone for a bit. I quickly look up after hearing the club door slide open. Hey, you okay? She only nods as she walks over to her bag to place everything back inside. That's good. I'm at a loss for words again. I'm not sure why though. I guess it's because it's starting to feel like I've said everything I could have said. I assume you didn't want to be seen by everyone after all that. She only nods again. Gotcha.
Do you think the others liked my poem?
Yeah. I think Yuri said she loved your use of metaphors.
I see. That's good.
Yeah.
This is really hard.
What is?
Trying to pretend like nothing happened.
Well, you don't have to pretend. Not around me, at least. I understand it's hard for you to show your true feelings this way, but I think you've been doing a great job so far. Just take it step by step. I'm here for you.
It's kind of like when you have a big ugly pimple on your face. It's ugly and everyone hates looking at it, but people can't help but stare. That's what it feels like to show my deepest feelings to my friends. I know you're all my friends, but it still feels so foreign to share my secrets with you guys. Secrets that I had wanted to keep with me until the day I die.
I'm no expert. Far from it. But you've improved a whole lot since the day you first confessed your depression to me.
What? How could I have improved? It feels like I've gotten worse at this.
Well, for starters, you're being way more open about your feelings. Not just to me, but to the others as well. Even if it might not feel like it, that's a big step forward. You proved that at our group talk last week.
Monica told me a similar thing. That I'm strong for doing these things or whatever.
That should only add credibility to my words then.
Maybe. I have to know something. Do you feel sad whenever I tell you these things?
I try to choose my words carefully. I do. I don't think I would be if I didn't care about you. I don't think I would be if I didn't care about you.
You know, I was checking something by asking that question. A long time ago, it used to really hurt to know that you cared about me. But it doesn't hurt as much as it used to.
That's good, I think. It's great that you've noticed that.
I think it's good too. It's not really gone, it's just a little bit less intense. Like you said the other day, we're going to challenge this voice in my head together.
Exactly.
I just wish I could be the girl you want me to be.
No. You shouldn't feel like you have to change yourself or become somebody you're not for anyone else's sake. As difficult as that may be to believe, I think everyone values you and appreciates you for being yourself.
But what if my true self isn't what everyone expects me to be?
I pause for a moment as Yuri's words ring back to me. You aren't defined by your depression. You aren't defined by what happened. You were the one who brought me out of my shell in first grade. You were the one who always asked for piggyback rides because I was getting taller than you. You were the one that always hung out with me during playtime at school. Always bring me snacks whenever I was sad. You were the one who always made me smile when nobody else could. And that's just me. You has told me how much you've inspired and continue to inspire her. Natsuki has told me how much she likes your persistence, even though she probably wouldn't show it all that much. And Monica has been striving to do better, which I didn't even think was possible considering how perfect I thought she was. And that's all thanks to you. That's who you are, Sayori. And you're still that girl today. You're still so caring and genuine. Every time you're around the room, the room just brightens up. You're so resilient too. Your ability to find the joy in the smallest of things is unparalleled. I notice you're beginning to cry. Wait, no, don't cry, I'm sorry. That was too much, I should have. No, I'm just so happy.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't think you still remembered all those things. And I didn't think you felt that way either. Of course I do. What kind of best friend would I call myself if I didn't even remember the moments that made me want to be your best friend? I'd be a lame one, that's for sure. Say comes over and wraps her arms around me. I don't think you could ever be lame. Well, a life without you would have been. I gently rub her back, trying to show my sincerity through my touch.
Do you really think that?
Absolutely. Sarah and I stay embraced like this, sharing our deepest emotions with each other without uttering a word. Her heartbeat begins to match up with mine, and I catch the faintest waft of her shampoo. Waft of her shampoo. Her hands begin to grasp my blazer as she tries to pull herself closer to me. That night, I tried to undo what I did. Immediately. Survival instincts or not, I immediately regretted what I had done. But I had to accept that it was over. My heart beats faster. I was ready to accept that things cannot be undone, no matter how desperately we wish for it. You weren't supposed to come into my room that night. You weren't supposed to save me. But you did. And I have to accept that things cannot be undone all over again. But you know what? I think I'm kind of happy with the way things turned out. I only continue to hold her close to me as silence now follows, finding solace in the shared understanding that words aren't able to express. Transition! Oh, Monica. I'm dreaming again. At least it feels that way. Looking at my surroundings, I'm back in the void I found myself a long time ago. There's nothing I can do about you, is there? At this point, I'm a ticking time bomb of who knows what. Will I disappear? Will I remain here, but as a husk of my former self? And if it were a former, what's even the point of keeping myself alive? I'm blinded as the world shifts instantaneously and thrown into the school hallway. Was I not just... Aragon! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. Huh? It's me again. Or a version of me. I walk over to one of the class doors and peek in. That's funny. I thought at least you would be here by now. Hold on. What day is this? I don't remember any of this. I take a closer look, trying to avoid drawing attention to myself. I would just... Monica moves around the classroom, placing little booklets on each of the desks. Wait, this is the day of the festival! But this never happened. What is going on? Why am I being shown this? I glance towards Aragon, knowing damn well that is not the Aragon I know. This isn't the world I know. I begin to put two and two together. This is... I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that in days is important. She'd try a little harder. This is the day she was supposed to die. By pure instinct, I raise my hand up and type in the console. I fall flat on the floor as I'm whisked away to Sayori's house instantly. I have control again? My train of thought stops when I realize what's about to happen. Or what I'm about to see. I rush inside her house. I stop midway up the stairs. This is hopeless. It's already happened, hasn't it? What am I even doing here? Why is the game showing me this? Am I still subconsciously looking for closure? To see what a world would look like if my plans actually carried out normally? If your plans failed and it happened an inconvenience? But why? Is the game just doing this out of spite? To punish me for what I've done? I reach her bedroom door and open it. I nearly fall down on my knees, but I held strong, the same way I always have. Sayori, my voice shivers. Why is it shivering? Did I do this to you? No, how could I have? You were already like this, weren't you? Tears begin to move down my cheeks. Why am I crying? My vision goes blurry as I try to wipe the tears away. No, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I've been lying to myself for so long. Telling myself that this is what I wanted. This is how I wanted things to be. I kept trying to justify every single thing I did. But I can't justify letting one of my best friends die. Nothing justifies that. But even even when her lifeless body hangs right in front of me. A side of me still can't let go. She isn't real. She isn't real. She isn't real. She... My legs give out as I fall down to my knees, my eyes never leaving Sayori's. The signs of struggle, the blood on her fingers, the tear stains on her grey face. A reminder of this reality that I was very close to transpiring just a few months ago. I tried to reach out, desperate to hold her, but my now trembling hands grasp nothing but her tear. Each sob rags my body. It feels as if a piece of me has been ripped away. The weight of my guilt presses upon my chest, suffocating me as I question every word I've ever said, every action I've ever taken, and the ones untaken. Memories of laughter, support, and shared dreams begin to flood in my mind. The vibrant spirit of unwavering optimism that defines her existence. And I was supposed to just let this happen. I have to wake up. I have to wake up from this nightmare. But I give in to the raw feeling of grief, allowing my tears to fall onto the hard floor as I let myself feel the pain of everything I wanted to do. I'll have to see how I'm going to rate her character now, because it keeps switching. Not switching, that's like the character development and the character writing. But like, there was one line that was basically stating that she never wanted her to die. But every other time we see her, it's like she intended her to die. The letting this happen makes sense. The wanting Sayori to die does not. And the wanting to delete Sayori earlier on also makes no sense, which was right at the beginning. I also can't tell if maybe there's a chance, like this is a mod. I try to always rate mods a little bit different than how I'd rate genuine novels and books and games. Because it's more of a passion project of like, there's a group of people who's passionate about the game. And I just have to think maybe they have written like... Maybe there was like two ideas. One of the... at the beginning, which seemed more like Monica intended for Sayori to die. And then the other that maybe switched it up. I'll see how I'm going to write about that later. Rate that later. So you're just saying you've never wondered why we have soccer tryouts at school? Nope. Not even for a little bit. Nuh-uh. So much for trying to spark up a conversation. Hey guys, I knew I'd find you two here. Sarah and I decided to find Natsuki and Yuri during lunchtime. Just to change things up, I guess. Hey, you guys mind if we sit with you two for today? Not at all. Come sit over here. Sarah and I set ourselves down next to the vending machine, while Yuri and Natsuki sit on the bottom of the stairs. Convenient. I have a few coins. Do you want any snacks, Sayori? Oh, you don't have to. Cool. More for me, then. That honey bun looks good. Hey! You're forcing me into it, Minnie! Cute. Not as good as you, though. I'm not cute! Well, that came out of nowhere. Effective, though. Sorry, man. You're not cute. Oh, yeah, absolutely not. Yes. Quite an appalling creature. I can't decide which is worse. Hey, at least you know I was being honest with the first time. So was I. Hey, you know something that I've never shared with you guys before? What? I've always been a little bit of a geek over the weather. Really? You and the weather? Don't you have to be smart for that stuff? Yeah, whatever. That's interesting, Aragon.
Do you have any cool facts to share?
Well, not really. It's just something I really do enjoy doing. For example, when extreme cold weather comes, like a typhoon, I can't help but get extremely excited for one.
Really?
I do too.
So do I!
The sheer power of Mother Nature is truly something to get excited about.
I know, right? When the wind begins to howl and thunder starts booming every second.
And when it's practically raining sideways and the sky turns into a massive show.
Jeez, I'm surrounded by a bunch of nutjobs.
Storms or extreme weather don't excite you?
I feel to see how something super scary can be exciting.
I kind of enjoy light rain. But honestly, most weather is bothersome simply also because of my budgies, because they don't really like thunder. It scares them.
Well, it's not like we're actively putting ourselves in danger or anything.
Sarah's right. I love the thrill of a good thunderstorm while I'm inside the comfort of my own home. I wouldn't be opposed to a storm-chasing adventure, though. Now you're talking!
Oh, count me in!
Count me out! I'll stay in the comfort of my own home. Thank you very much.
What do you think Monica's thoughts on the storm chasing?
Not sure. Speaking of Monica, where does she usually go for lunch anyway?
Now that you bring that up, I don't know.
I think she usually hangs out in the music room.
That's right. Doesn't she know to play piano? She does. I think it could be a great idea if she all performed for us some time.
That sounds like fun. I wonder how long she's been practicing. Let's not talk too much about her behind her back, though. That's low. Yeah, I agree.
We should invite her to join us for lunch. It's weird how we hang out with each other at least once a week, but we only ever see Monica in the club.
I mean, can you blame us? It's sort of how she rolled for a while. She was very distant from all of us.
That's true. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try. She's still a friend.
I agree. Monica was the one who brought us all together. We should reciprocate that. Not opposed to that. Do you guys want to plan something for her?
Yeah. What about a picnic?
Hey, that sounds like fun. I don't think I've ever had a picnic in my entire life. Oh, you're in for a treat then. I know a perfect place to go to. Natsuki and I went there once to read together.
Yuri, that was supposed to be our secret hangout!
Oh, I'm sorry, Natsuki. I didn't mean... Bah, it's fine, actually. No reason to keep it a secret from anybody. That's lame. I think it could be a great spot. Indeed. It's very quiet on school days. It could make a perfect picnic spot. If we're planning on it on a school day anyway. Good point. When do you want to have this, Sayuri?
Let's do it tomorrow. We can have our picnic in place of the club meeting. Any objections?
Sounds good to me. No complaints. Nope, I'm down. Great. So what's everyone going to bring? I'll call dibs on bringing plates.
Hey, you got the easier stuff.
Honestly, plates aren't that easy. I mean, it depends on the plates, I guess, but honestly, carrying plates, ugh. You don't have to worry about them breaking, ugh. What do we mean, like paper plates? Because then, yeah. At least bring some cups then, too.
I'll bring cupcakes. Sweet. Can I help you bake them? We worked very well together last time.
Sure, that sounds like a good time. I'll make some tea for everyone. And I'll bring a blanket as well. Sorry. What kind of picnic would it be without a blanket to sit on? Perfect! Sounds like a plan then. Now, should we keep this a surprise for Monica? Or should we tell her? We should probably tell her. Who knows if she'll even approve the idea.
Fine by me. We tell her about it at the meeting today.
Sounds like a plan. Sorry. Soon I walk into the club room, ready to tell Monica our plan for tomorrow. Except she's not here. Let me guess. Late again?
You guessed it. I'm used to it at this point. I can't help but feel worried about her.
I mean, remember what she told us last week? She's going through a lot right now.
Right. The club doors slide open, signifying Monica's entrance.
Monica! We have something to share. What?
Monica immediately grabs Sayuri and wraps her arms around her, hugging her tightly. Monica has bags under her eyes and looks incredibly distraught, almost as if she lost somebody close to her. Natsuki and Yui share confused glances.
Whoa! Monica! Are you okay? What's going on?
Sayuri turns to hug regardless of her confusion. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What for? You didn't do anything wrong.
Mon and Sayuri break off from each other. I'm okay. I just needed a hug.
That's alright. Everybody needs a hug every once in a while.
What we do with our friends that don't enjoy touch, we invented something called stick holding. We have like a little stick, like just a normal stick from like a branch. And then when things get rough, we like hold hands that way. Or we wrap a blanket around them and then like hold like the corners of the blanket but don't actually touch them. It's just like the blanket is wrapped around them.
You feeling a little better now? You look very tired.
Yeah, a little. That energy you talked about before really is something, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm glad it helped you feel better. Even just a little.
An awkward silence sweeps over us. Right. What was it you wanted to say, Sayuri?
Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you about this cool new plan I had for the meeting tomorrow. We wanted to have a picnic, and we wanted to invite you especially. You've done so much for us. You really get to all hang out with you as a group outside of school. So I figured let's change that.
Really? You don't want to have me along? Of course! It wouldn't be a full club meeting without you. Thanks, guys. I'd love to join you. I notice Monica's eyes begin to well up with tears again, but she swiftly wipes them away. It sounds like a wonderful time. Is there anything you'd like me to bring? Well, we don't exactly have any actual food yet, do we? Unless you consider cupcakes to be a nutritious meal. Right. I can bring some sandwiches for everyone. I'm vegetarian, so I'll bring my own meal.
Sounds great! Looks like everything's set in stone then. So what do you want to do now?
Monica looks away for a moment. Give me 1 second. Monica looks off to the front of the room and pulls out some papers from her bag. Well, now that we got that out of the way, I wanted to ask how far along everyone is in the book. I know yours already finished. Don't embarrass me.
That's okay, Yuri. I finished over the weekend.
So did I. Wait, I'm the only one that hasn't finished? Ugh, this is so beyond lame. It can't be my fault. I'm just so used to reading mangas. If you'd like, we can read together. If you don't mind, I don't mind reading a few chapters. Huh? You do that? Well, it was just a suggestion. I'm sorry if that's too weird for you. Nah, I just wasn't expecting you to offer something like that. But I'm down. Sounds like a fun time. Great. We can get started then, if you've caught up.
Wow, they're getting along so well now.
I know, right? Those two were polar opposites when I first met them. Now they're reading together.
Friendship blossoms in the strangest of places.
Is that a famous quote from someone?
If you mean a famous quote from Sayori, then yes.
I see. Good quote. Okay, I'm back. See, Natsuki and Yuri are catching up on the reading? I'm not. Natsuki was just too slow.
Shut up, Yuri.
Glad to see it then. I finished my book too. Quite a long time ago, actually. Mostly because I already read it.
That makes sense.
Speaking of things that make sense, could I ask you and Sayuri to do me a huge favor? Oh sure, what is it? I loved our poem jam idea so much yesterday, so I wanted to have something similar to it sometime soon. I just want to recreate the festival and have poem presentations, bake cookies, and all the fixings. I don't want us to miss out on something we all look forward to after all.
which I should reiterate. Monica places a hand on Sayori's shoulder. That was not your fault, nor will it ever be. And we'll make up for that by remaking it. I think it should be a fun time for everybody. Of course, we just got done reciting some poems, so it'll be some time before we host this. Which leads me to what I need your help with. Could you guys bring some supplies from the other classroom? I guess I'm perfectly in character for a very stressed out person that wants to get everything done. Just so we can have it prepared here when we get started on preparations. Stuff like crayons, markers, all that junk.
Sure, I know exactly where they should be. I've been to that room before.
Perfect. See if we can find some poster paper as well.
C'est jefa.
What?
That's Spanish for boss. Si, jefa.
When in the world did you start learning Spanish?
I don't know, but it's cool.
I agree, it is quite cool. Now get going, you two. I almost breathed in my tea. Sorry. Monica looks off towards the front of the room again. Well, alright then. Lead the way, Sayori.
Yep, follow me. Exploring anti-classroom is the most fun you can have while you're in school.
I can think of a few other things.